Thursday, the 27th of June 2019. I do apologise for my absence of late. I've had and still have a lot on my plate currently, but I'm dealing with it slowly but surely. For those eagle eye of you out there, I've noticed I have grown a beard, and it's coming along quite nicely. I can brush it forward somewhat now, and yeah, I like it. Me like it much. So my eldest son has gone away for his PGL trip, his school trip. He went yesterday morning. He'll be there all day today, and he'll come back at some point tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. He went last year, and it cost us a small fortune for basically, when you add it all up, 2 days. You know, 2 half days and 1 full day is 2 days. And he's in year 5, and although I agree with what it is, you know, it's a good team building exercise. They get to do different activities and learn different skills, and you know, the usual: go abseiling, archery, raft building, buggy building, all the fun stuff. I nearly said no, to the point where next year's trip I already have said no. Now, in case anyone hasn't guessed yet, I'm no pushover. I am no stranger to saying no to my children. I'm not afraid of it. I never have been, because I don't see how much harm telling a child no can actually do. If anything, it does them the world of good. Because there are parents out there, I know for a fact, who are afraid, they're scared shitless of saying no to their children. And I'm struggling to understand I understand why to a degree, but I do struggle with it. So at first I can see it being a case of, well, they're my firstborn child, and I will always say yes to my firstborn child. And you know, I get that, because you know, you want to give your child all the things that you never had growing up. You want to give your child the best because you love your child, and I understand that. I get where you're coming from. Been there, done that. But as children get older and they develop the ability to spew words out of their food holes, what they then tend to do is start asking for stuff. And it's all well and good you providing your child with what they need as necessary, you know, because you want to buy them things and you want them to have the best. And again, I understand that. But because you spent the first 2.5 years of your child's life spoiling them, okay, when it comes to your child actually asking for things, you don't want to break that trend, isn't it? So it's a case of, Mum? Yes, Molly?
Can I have the dolly, please, Mum?
Oh yes, of course you can, darling. Anything for my Molly.
Thanks, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Right. And then that's how it starts. Right, so Molly has the dolly. Right. Molly is happy. Mum is happy because Molly's happy. Okay. Stage 2.
Mum.
Yes, Molly?
Can I have the oversized kitchen set that won't fit in my bedroom, please?
Oh, darling, it might be a bit too big for your bedroom, darling. Mummy will have to think about it. Right, so there's the initial bit of doubt goes there. You know, Mum actually thought this time maybe it's not such a good idea. But let me continue.
Mum, please, Mum, please.
No, I want to say no, darling, but I'll get it for you this time. But you have to be very, very good, darling.
Thank you, Mum. Love you, Mum.
No problem, Molly. Mummy loves you too, darling. Right, so in that situation, Mum had a bit of a struggle, right, dealing with Molly, right, because it wasn't just the dolly that was for Molly. It was a slightly oversized toy kitchen that couldn't fit in the kid's bedroom. The kid asked for it, and Mum had a bit of a battle with her conscience. You know, what should I do, yes or no? And the kid applied pressure. The kid applied pressure exactly where the kid knew it would hurt by going, please, Mum, I love you, Mum. And of course, Mum's gone, okay, darling. Enter stage 3. Childhood is all but done. Molly is now a snotty teenager going into year 9 at school.
Mum.
Yes, Molly.
Mum, I want a new phone, innit?
Absolutely not, Molly.
Mum, this is so unfair. I want a new phone and I can't afford one. You get me with my pocket money, fam.
Molly, darling, listen to Mummy very carefully. I said no. And then what Molly then decides to do is stomp off into her bedroom, turn on her laptop, go onto Facebook, and then tell the world how evil her mum is for refusing to spend £800+ on the latest iPhone or whatever the case may be, because Molly dropped her phone down the toilet. Let's continue. Molly, darling, dinner's ready.
I hate you, Mum. I just want to kill myself, Mum, because you said no to me, Mum. I hate you so much.
Okay, darling, love you too. Now, the best way to have dealt with all of this would have been to take a step back a good few years before Molly became a snotty little teenage bitch. Yes, I agree that for the first maybe year and a half, you do the best you can for your children, to get the best you can for your children. You spend money on the McLaren or Silver Cross pushchair. I get that. You spend money on the Paw Patrol toys, the Build-A-Bear workshop, the extra soft blankets. You make a point of getting all these cute little outfits from Next because you want to spoil your child. I understand that. I've been there. I've done that. But you need to understand, parents, especially if you're people out there now who are expecting your first child. Money doesn't create love. Okay? You need to learn from a very early time, a very early age, the significance of being able to say the word no. Because it is the best thing ever, being able to say the word no. You see, it's first you need to develop this by saying the word no to your respective partners in regards to certain aspects of parenting. Oh yeah, shall we get this? I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, but if we save up for it, no, I don't like it, no. End of. And that could, don't do it out of spite. Do it as a part of a reasonable argument. You know, if your child doesn't need that extra outfit, don't do it. You know, if your child is quite happy being in Aldi nappies, which I'm going to say are very, very good, you know, and your partner then decides to go, oh, love, let's try these Pampers ones because, you know, Pampers. No, darling. These ones are good and they're cheaper. You need to learn to say no to each other first in regards to certain aspects of parenting. It's almost like training yourselves. Because then what happens is your child will end up looking at the Christmas adverts on TV at the age of 2.5 to 3, and they'll go, mummy, 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 daddy, mummy, mummy, daddy, daddy, mummy, toy! And it'll be relentless. It's non-stop, I'm telling you. From August up until December, the toy adverts don't fucking stop, you know. And at this point, you're trying to watch things that don't have toy adverts. So actually, thank God, BBC, because BBC has no adverts apart from its own programming, you see. So you can bypass toy adverts by watching BBC. BBC did something good. You know, for those of you who know me knows that I hate the BBC. So BBC did something good. But, you know, and then what happens is, daddy could be at work, for example. Mummy could be at home working, doing all the amazing things that mums do, which is basically look after everyone that lives in that house. And it is hard work. But mum will be, for example, tidying up little Molly's bedroom, you see, at the age of 5, you see. And while Molly is while mummy is in Molly's bedroom tidying it up, going through it with a bag, because Molly didn't tidy up the bedroom, mummy's going through it with a black bag, and then she's going to shake and vac the carpet. Oh yeah, been there, done that. But while mummy and daddy's doing all these things, Molly is in the living room watching Pop. Molly's watching Nickelodeon. Furthermore, Molly is watching YouTube. And it also comes down to the point of Molly is watching YouTube on Mummy's iPad. So, where do we start saying no in this situation? Molly, darling, go and tidy up your bedroom. Mum, I don't want to. It's so hard picking up all the toys, Mum. Right. At this point, your response should be, Molly, darling, you made the fucking mess. Get in that bedroom and clean it now. At which point, Molly will then say, but I don't want to. Ah! Mum. What, Molly? Can I go and watch YouTube, please? And because Mum is now pissed off with this whole situation, because Molly's room needs to be cleaned. Molly should pick up the toys and put them back where the toys belong. It should take the exact same time as what it would have been to get the toys out of the box by putting them back where they came from. But for some unknown reason, asking the child to pick up the child's toys is the same as asking her to go down the road, kidnap a dog and rip its legs off. It is the worst crime in the world. So Molly doesn't want to clean her room. Molly wants to sit in the living room, either on the TV or on Mum's iPad, and watch YouTube. Now, YouTube is a wonderful thing for many, many different reasons. I use YouTube on a daily basis. I do this. I broadcast live to YouTube several times a week, and I have been doing so for quite a while now. YouTube is an amazing educational tool where you can find out many different things about many different things. However, what Molly wants to watch on YouTube is Welcome to Ryan's Toy Review and Funnel Vision. Yes, Ryan's Toy Review and funnel vision. Let me tell you now, as a dad who has a YouTube channel, who does this for fun, can respect and appreciate the hard work, dedication and motivation that comes into making a very well made YouTube channel. I understand that. However, it amazes me how a child called Ryan has managed to make what I can only assume millions of dollars from playing with toys. This kid is not going to be little Ryan forever, and I hope this kid gets a good education, because he could be absolutely phenomenal as an online entertainer. It could be progressing from Ryan's toy reviews to Ryan's tech review. The kid could be absolutely fantastic. I just hope that kid isn't spoilt, because judging by the looks of it, this kid is spoiled. And the parents who have obviously created this channel are the sort of parents that spoil their kid, that don't know how to say no. And the reason why they don't know how to say no, that is an exact replica of my small sofa at home. That is the exact same sofa. Let's continue. You know, this parent, these parents don't know how to say no. This Ryan kid on Ryan's toy reviews is by definition spoilt, because mum and dad love the check at the end of the month from AdSense. So these are parents that need to learn how to say no, and they should have learned how to say no from a long time ago, but they don't. You see, and the same as Parent and Molly. Mum, can I watch YouTube? What Mum should have said was, no, darling, you cannot watch YouTube. Get your ass into this bedroom and put all of these toys away now, or there'll be no YouTube for a month. That's what Mum should have said. And believe me, it works. See, when I say to my children, Jack and Oliver, boys, it's time to tidy up your bedroom, I'll say it just like that. My 10-year-old, who has learnt the hard way, will instantly say, yes, Dad. And my 4-year-old will go, oh, it's so unfair. Like Kevin and Perry mixed into one. But he does what he's told. It may take a little while for them both to do it, because they're both lazy little bags. But they're my lazy little shit bags. And if I go into their bedroom and I find that it's not done satisfactorily to my satisfaction, I'll make them do it again, and I'll make them pick up all the stuff from around the edge and put it away, because they stuff stuff in corners, you see. But it's discipline, learning how to say no to your children. Dad, can I have the latest game on the Switch? No. Oh, but Dad, I really want this game. I'll tell you what, son, I'll buy you the game if you earn it. You do well at school for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll consider it. You see, with good behaviour comes good rewards. Don't just say no. Make your child work for what they get. So let's go back on topic, how we started this conversation in the first place. You see, now the PGL, to this day I've got no idea what PGL stands for. All I know is that my son is on this trip for the next couple of days, well, today, and comes back tomorrow. I know what he's doing when he gets there. He's done it before. But for 2 days worth of activities with the school somewhere in Guildford cost me £250. 250 quid. And that was with a £50 discount from the school. So it should have cost 300 for 2 days in this place. Now, the reason why I want to say no, or why I am saying no to the France trip next year, is because it's 350 plus pounds to go to France for a couple of days. Now, as much as I would love to send him, I've had to say no because I can't afford that. There's no way I can afford sending my son to another country for that amount of time, for that money, because I would also have to spend more money out on a passport for him, which he also does not have. Now let's put this into comparison. The last holiday I had, when I actually left the country, was in 2004. I went to Portugal, and a lovely country it is too. I would love to go back. That holiday, for 5 days, I went into a travel agent's and I said to them, have you got any last minute cancellations? I can fly out tomorrow. I had a suitcase packed. They said, okay, we got this one here that was cancelled in Portugal. I'll take it. How much? £199. Flights included. 3-star hotel for a week. Okay, fine. What airport? Luton Airport. Fine. Not a problem. So we took that holiday for £199 for 2 of us for a week in Portugal in a 3-star, swimming pool, happy hour, cheap restaurants, suntan, sunburn for a week. Amazing. And then you've got 2 days in France with the school for 350 quid. You see where the problem lies. Bearing in mind, this was a long time ago. I know things are not that cheap now, you see. But parents need to learn how to say no to their children and then explain in a rational way why it is their child cannot have what it is what they've asked for. You see? So of course my son said to me, Dad, can I go to France next year? And I've looked at him and I've said to him, sorry son, I'm going to have to say no this time because you went last year, you're going this year, and I can't justify spending £350 on you going to France for 2 days. It's not going to happen, you see, because you're not going to gain much from it. You're not. You're not going to learn much French in 2 days just from going over to Calais. As much as I would love to send him, if I was one of those parents that genuinely could afford it, I want him to go and visit other countries, I would have said yes, but there's a point where you have to say no and explain the reason why you've said no, so the kid understands it without you coming across as a dickhead as a parent, you see. So don't be afraid to say no to your kids. It's not the worst thing in the world. If a kid asks you for something, and you don't think it's a great idea, but you can't be bothered with the hassle and you always say yes, just remember, the more you say yes, the more you are kicking yourself in the shin as that child gets older. You need to learn how to say no to your children from a very young age, because the more you say no, the easier it actually gets and the less guilty you feel. Oh, excuse me. The more you say no to your children, the easier it gets and the less guilty you feel about it. You see, I've got no problem saying no to my children over anything at all, bar none. My kids could ask me, Dad, can I go outside and play? No. But why? Because I said so, that's why. See? Done. Dad, can I watch TV? Yes, in your bedroom. Oh, but I wanted to watch TV in the living room. Do you have a TV in your bedroom? Yeah. Well, go and watch that then. If you don't want to watch TV in your bedroom, I'll take it away, then you won't have a TV, will you? See? Easy. Parents need to learn how to say no. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I still have a bit of an issue with YouTube currently, because it's not letting me see comments on the screen when I do this live. I know there's quite a few comments that have come up because it's flashed on the screen. I just can't read them, so I'm gonna uninstall YouTube, reinstall it. I know I said this the other day, I haven't had a chance to do it yet really, purely because I forgot, but I'll do that shortly. Anyway, I want everyone to have an absolutely fantastic day. It is Thursday, it's not the end of the week just yet, but have a thought for me because it is the start of the week for me. What is Thursday for many is Monday for me. Anyway, have an absolutely cracking day. Take it easy.